watch closely, and it's probably best if you do not try this at home. You could call these guys real-life Spider-Men, yet despite leaping a tall wall in a single bound, they'll tell you there's nothing superhuman about them.
It's finding your own path, going through an environment, kind of working with it rather than against it.
I'm almost in fear for my life up here.
That's 23-year-old Billy Hughes.
Long way down.
The rest of this 8-man group called the Tribe know him as Skipper.
I do like jumping.
3 years ago, this former competitive diver from Vienna traded the pool for the urban jungle gym after stumbling upon a thing called parkour.
We call it a sport, an art, and a discipline.
Watch as this Bethesda shopping center transforms into something else.
It's also a playground because it's intricately structured. There's a lot of walls, there's a lot of railings to play on. We don't want to destroy anything. We just want to use this intricately structured shopping mall to its fullest potential.
People who are very good at it, you see them and they look like water rushing down a mountain. Nothing stops them, nothing changes their momentum, nothing even seems to slow them down.
You may not have heard of parkour, but you've probably seen it to the extreme on the big screen, like here in the James Bond flick Casino Royale.
It both requires and aids almost every aspect of fitness there is: strength, agility, flexibility, balance.
Mark Turok would know. He was one of the first Americans to jump on the sport and now spends his days teaching people the leaps, bounds, vaults, and flips the guys in the Tribe make look so easy.
At a certain age, it's socially unacceptable to have fun in public, and that's kind of a bizarre thing. Why is that?
For a beginner, it starts here at an old firehouse converted into a gym in Northwest Washington for parkour boot camp.
Ben, knock Morgan off, come on. Yes, nice.
I think it's the challenge of it. It's kind of brings you back to when you're little kids and you're jumping over streams.
Up and down, up and down.
DC's Leanne O'Neill is just starting boot camp at Turok's Primal Fitness. It's 6 weeks of learning the basics.
If you go and try and imitate guys who have been training for 5 years, you will get hurt.
Safety is a big factor. That's the first thing we learn, is how to land properly without damaging your knees, how to jump properly without damaging your ankles.
But after just 2 sessions, O'Neill says she's already seeing the world differently.
Now I walk around the streets looking at things. I'm like, ooh, I can jump over that.
And one day soon, she probably will. Chris Van Cleve, ABC 7 News.
There's a barber shop, a delicatessen, a clothing shop, and a laundromat.
Along Sheriff Road in Fairmount Heights, Maryland.
And next thing you know, boom, it is all this fire.
Plumes of thick smoke concealed the horror below. All the water in the world would not save 4 businesses that for 50 years individually provided food, clothing, haircuts, and laundry service for a community now devastated.
Yeah, I'm concerned that it could jump.
Solomon Hamilton owns the building that houses these mom and pop shops.
Look, it's in 2 spaces now. Look, it's in 2 different areas now.
Before the fire, we videotaped bolt after bolt of lightning in the area. In fact, an attendant at the laundromat says he felt the direct hit.
We heard the boom, everybody jumped and hit the floor. Everybody jumped on the floor.
Customers with half-done haircuts and loads of clothes in the wash had to bail.
All my clothes, for like 3 bags of laundry stuff was in there.
But for Danny Ellis, this devastation symbolizes a lifetime of memories.
I've been coming here since I was a little kid, getting my hair cut. This is where I started getting my hair cut.
He now owns what's left of that barber shop, a place that he says will return.
This is our whole neighborhood. I mean, I grew up over here. And to see this is nonsense. It's crazy.
Merry Christmas, everybody. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why.
You gotta see this house. You just have to see it.
There's a man who lives in Fairfax County.
My name is Fred Farmer. I live at 2507 Fairview Drive, Alexandria, Virginia.
Who does not believe that less is more.
There's over 50,000 lights.
His leafless trees teem with plastic sweets.
Candy canes, there's a little over 450.
He owns 70 inflatable characters, but only has room in front or on top of his house for 62.
It is amazing. It's like, whoa, it's crazy.
It takes this 68-year-old
We start right around Thanksgiving.
2 weeks to create this clutter of Christmas joy.
You just like to see people smile?
Fred Farmer didn't have it easy growing up.
Uh-oh, somebody's in their pajamas for the night.
But his father always made sure that Christmas was special.
I like Christmas, I really do, and There's so much crap going on in the world these days. And I like to see people come here and have a good time.
So Fred passes down a tradition to anyone who will pass by.
You'll see the cars starting to come.
Hundreds gather here every night just to gaze into the wonder of Christmas.
This has to be the best house that I have seen.
I try to get people to walk away with a smile. I have very few Scrooges or Grinches here.